Okay, so last week we reported on a trailer for the latest episode of Keeping Up With The Kardashians where Kris was tackled to the ground by Kim's security team. But it turns out it wasn't all exactly as it seemed. What's up, y'all? It's Emilie Ennis Jr. here with Clevver News, and last week, Keeping Up With The Kardashians dropped a sneak peek of last night's episode in which Kris Jenner had been tackled to the ground by Kim's security team and rushed to the hospital with a neck injury. So Khloé frantically called Kim to tell her that they had already called 911 and that she needed to come back home ASAP. And to make matters worse, Kris could be heard crying in the background.
Oh my God, Kim.
What?
You gotta come. Your whole security just tackled mom. And now
Wait,
she's-
what?
What
Kim,
happened?
please, call,
Wait,
I don't know.
my
You gotta
security
call us.
just-
We just called 911.
And according to Khloé, Kim's newly instated security team was monitoring her and Kanye's backyard when Kris stopped by. Khloé explained that, quote, "I told her to go around to the front entrance, but it looks like Kris didn't do that and, quote, they just tackled her." And the internet was slightly unwell over this clip. Everyone, myself included, was wondering if Kris was okay. I mean, she's a 63-year-old woman that's being tackled, and that shouldn't be taken lightly. But thankfully, Kris wasn't actually tackled after all. Yeah, you heard that right. When the new episode aired yesterday, we all wanted to know the full story and see the footage of Kris being tackled for ourselves, but it turns out that there was one major detail missing from the trailer. The whole Kris being tackled thing was just an elaborate prank. What actually happened is that Kim's family was getting fed up with the new security team that she had just hired. Kim hired a new ramped up security team after a series of robberies in her neighborhood. So earlier this year, 2,000 letters were sent out to residents of Hidden Hills where Kim lives, warning them about this string of robberies, and so Kim hired 3 full-time security guards for her property. So in the episode, Kris said to Khloé, quote, "Do you ever have a problem getting into Kim's house? Every time I go over there, they still don't know who I am."
She has like a Navy SEAL team over there.
So to get her point across to Kim, Kris went all out and staged this elaborate prank. And after Kim received that call from Khloé, she watched the surveillance footage for herself. She saw what looked like Kris getting tackled to the ground.
Oh my God, no, that's her mom, that's her mom.
Of course, after seeing this footage, Kim got home as fast as she could. But what Kim didn't know is that it wasn't actually Kris, it was a body double. So obviously Kim raced back to her house where Kris was laying on a stretcher, neck brace and all, pretending to be injured. I mean, I knew Kris Jenner was extra, but this is taking it to a whole new level. But Khloé finally told Kris to give in and reveal it was a prank.
Say it.
What?
Tell mama.
Got you!
Kris said, quote, "The purpose of my prank was to say we love that you have this security, but we would just love to have some clearance so we can come in and out of your house." Okay, but seriously, with the amount of work that Kris Jenner does, how does she possibly have the time to stage a prank like this? Like, aren't you helping manage multiple multi-million-dollar companies? Anyway, what Kris said is valid, I get it, but I also totally get where Kim is coming from, wanting that heightened security after everything she's been through. Kim does not mess around when it comes to security, and if they aren't doing their job, they will be fired. So actually, I think her current security would probably get a raise if they tackled someone to the ground if they were spotted strolling through their backyard. Maybe not if it was actually Kris, but still, you get my point. Anyway, we all remember when Kim was robbed in Paris and ended up firing her security guard Pascal back in 2016. Pascal had been with the Kardashians since 2012, and he went to France with the family when Kim, Kendall, and Kourtney were there for Paris Fashion Week. For a little refresher, while Kim was home alone in her hotel room, Pascal accompanied her 2 sisters as they went out partying. And while Kim was home alone, 5 masked men broke into her place and held her at gunpoint. Kim was gagged and bound and forced to plead for her life. At the time, a source told ET that, quote, "Pascal, along with a couple other security members of their team, were recently let go by Kim and Kanye. It's a pretty tough situation overall, and they love Pascal, but they couldn't take any more chances." But that's not all. Last year, news broke that Kim's insurance company filed a $6.1 million lawsuit against her former security team, who were hired to keep her protected. Pascal and his security and production company, Protect Security, were sued by American International Group for over $6 million. The lawsuit claims that Pascal and Protect Security, quote, "negligently, carelessly, and/or recklessly performed their protection, security, monitoring, inspection, and/or surveying of Kardashian West and the hotel." So yeah, it's no surprise that Kim takes security very seriously and has hired what Kris has called a Navy SEAL team due to recent robberies in her neighborhood. But I want to know what you guys think. Were you surprised to see that Kris wasn't actually tackled and that it was all an elaborate prank, or did you totally see this coming? And would you be furious if your mom pulled a prank like this on you? Let me know down in the comment section below. After that, be sure to hit that subscribe button and click that bell so you don't miss any of our new stories. Then click right over here for even more entertainment news. Thanks for hanging out with me here on Clevver News. I'm Emilie Ennis Jr., and I hope you have a wonderful day.